So I'm here at the Film Fest Hamburg, and with me are Adèle, Haenel, and Noémie, Merlant. Adèle, we might just do this interview in German, since you learned German for the film Die Blumen von gestern with Lars Eidinger. But it would be unfair to Naomi. But how fluent are you still 3 years later?
Ich weiß nicht eigentlich. Also ich verstehe ganz gut Deutsch, aber dann besser, wenn wir die Interview auf Englisch führen.
Yeah. I think you've both done a wonderful job on this film. And honestly,
Thanks.
I think I've just seen 2 of the best performances of this year. So how did you both prepare for your roles?
Well, we learned the line first, so better this way, and then we didn't met with Noémie. We didn't met a lot. I met Noémie at during the casting process, but then we didn't really rehearse together. I think it was more about building your idea about what the movie is, and in my opinion, it's a movie that is based on the gaze, on the concept of gaze. So I try to build the character that would be based on this concept. So it means that I try to create a kind of a character that would evolve because of the gaze that Marianne stares at her would change. So this was my idea about the character, that it would be traveling from being an object to being a subject. So this was my idea. This is how I build my character.
And so about Marianne, who is a painter, I did some preparation about, with Hélène Delmer, who is the painter of all the portraits, the paintings that you see in the movie. And I watched her a lot, and what was really particular in the a painter is the gaze of the painter, and I had to catch this particulate, concentrate gaze, and the gesture, the rhythm, kind of the dance of the painter. And then, as Adèle said, we built our relation in parallel of our relation as actress. Adèle and Noémie, we didn't know each other, so we were really observing each other as Eloise and Marianne. So we were on the instant, and all the acting is really dans la retenue.
Holding back.
About holding back. And a lot of restraint and how you put life in it,
Although you just mentioned the look, and especially the look on your face changes over the course of the film. Was that already in the script, that detailed, or did you develop that by yourself?
No, it was, as I said, because the movie is based on this concept of gaze. It was in a way in the character, but Céline didn't think about it this way. So it was really my idea. I have my inner kitchen when I do a movie. So it was not written this way, and I think Céline was a bit surprised at the beginning that I choose to act this way. But as we know each other very well. Well, she trusts me for that. So I would say it was not written. It is also, I think it embodies what a collaboration is between an actor and a filmmaker. That it's not about me just obeying her view, but it's me understanding what she's looking for and trying to be with her in that journey. And also improvisation is not about finding new lines or being not finding new lines. It's about trying sharper idea, just that would follow, or that would bring the film to a brighter way of being, So voilà.
And when you both first read the script, what's the first thought?
Shit. Said like that. No. Sorry. What was your opinion?
When I first read the script, first it was just, the power of this love story. How do you feel when you fall in love? And this was so, through all the details of the confusion, the hesitations, and how love lives within us. And then the collaborations between these women, the art, all the art parts, and this female gaze also, like, wow, this is good too, just to read something where you give back just the woman's lives, their intimacy, their envy, their expressions. It was good, a good sensations that I've missed.
This is a film that's made by women behind and in front of the camera, which is just amazing. And I personally like to see more of these kinds of films. What was your impression? Is the film industry really changing after Me Too and Time's Up?
Can you say it again?
Did the film industry really change after all this Me Too and Time's Up movement?
I think that the Me Too movement brought the question to the surface, so which is very good, and also that what changed also a lot is the fact that we as women, I was already politicized before, but still, we as women, we noticed that our own life, what we thought was intimate, is actually politic, because this is like the structure of our population. So I think it changed, but it changed not because the entire society is like naturally moving forward. It's just because actually we noticed that it's very important to fight for our right, for the quality of our representations, that we cannot just like do as it was always, which means that actually as women we are like only nice object in movies, like that, this test that is very famous about like more than 2 women character in a film, then do they talk, and if they talk, did they talk about something else that men, and they're like 15% of the movies that are like that pass the test. So this is a really very strong symptom of what male gaze is, So this is the problem. So I think it's in question now, but we have to keep to be like, aware, or like to know that it's not over, and that if we don't want the backlash to come, we have to keep on fighting for our rights, and hopefully it will get better. But for the moment, it's more like we are living à la marge, a bit.
Even though the film is set in the 18th century, it still feels so relevant today. Do you both see some parallels to today's life?
I would say... Tu veux dire un truc ou pas?
Vas-y.
I would say it's more like we missed this kind of story, as Noémie says. It's like we are not used to see that. Even if the setup is very accurate in the 18th century, and it's in the 18th century because at this particular moment of the art history there were a lot of women painters, because it was the fashion of portrait, and there were a lot. But it's also we as contemporary people, and most of all contemporary women, we miss this kind of story about our own history. So this is what makes this film particularly accurate and particularly modern, is that the fact that we missed it.
So what about your future? Is there anything you both can already talk about? What's coming up next?
I have a movie called Jumbo, a first movie directed by Zoe Vitok,
and I'm rehearsing for theater, so it's gonna be next year.
Okay, looking forward to see both of them. Thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you.
Good luck with the film.
Thank you very much.